Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway. If you recall, a few videos ago I did a quick review of this lime wagon from Hornby and this finest Yorkshire pudding salt wagon from Rail/Dapol. I thought it would be fun to dig out some other salt and lime wagons from other manufacturers and just do a little bit of a comparison. So here goes. I'm going to start with this Saxa salt wagon, and as you can see, it's been around a little while. It's a little play worn in parts, but from the couplings you'll probably realize it's Hornby Dublo. And sure enough, if we look in the bottom there, we can see Hornby Dublo. I don't know, probably 50s, early 60s. It has a reasonable amount of molded detail. The printing is pretty good. In fact, you know, it's for its age, I'd say it's in excellent shape. It does have these fitted handles on the doors, and it has some nice detail on the underneath. Although if we actually turn it over totally, we just see that big Hornby Dublo screw there. But the molding on the end is nice, and we can see those rivets on the end there. Moving on from here, I have an example from Wrenn, which of course is basically, or should basically be, the same molding as the Hornby Dublo, and you know, certainly from the point of view of the end there, it is. It's interesting, there's a little bit of paint overspray on the end there. I don't know if that's because somebody at some point repainted the roof. The application of the transfers is not quite as good as the Dublo. But it's interesting to note on the bottom there's not as much detail as there is on the Dublo version. I just don't know if you can see the difference there, but there isn't as much detail. And the wheels are good. And you know, generally speaking, it's not a bad model for its time. But very, very similar to the Dublo version. And interestingly, if we look at the modern Dapol, we will see that this is very much the same molding. The detail is the same, particularly if we look at the rivets on the end here. And it's not surprising, considering that the Dapol bought up all those moldings that passed through Wrenn to Trix, and that they own all that before they sold some of that onto Hornby. So as we can see, this is very similar. The Hornby one, as we said before, is nothing close because it's got this sort of plastic roof on basically what's a 7-plank wagon. So it's a little different. If we look at some other Dapol examples, in here we have a weathered snowdrift salt. We can see that, oh actually, I'm sorry, this is the Bachmann. I was going to say, we can see that this, let's go back to the Dapol. If we look at another Dapol wagon, it's interesting to see that on this one, it doesn't have any fitted handles. But if we look at the end of the molding here, it is almost identical to the Hornby Dublo. And again, we can see that the molding is the same. So that isn't that different. And you know, if I take a that's Bachmann again. If I take a Dapol lime wagon here, and they're both lime wagons. I thought one of them was a salt wagon. Okay, well anyway, so there's another Dapol here, and as we can see, you know, it's identical. If we look at the Bachmann ones, and these two are both Bachmann, one being, they're both Salt. Ah, okay, so that was where I was confused. I thought I'd got a Bachmann Lime. I'm going to see if I can go find a Dapol Salt and a Bachmann Lime. The main difference we do see is that if we look closely, we'll see the rivet is different on the sides. This one has slightly different details on the door. There's some molding going on the frame here that we don't see. Slightly different in terms of the detail down here on the wheels and the underframe. And again, if we look in the end, we'll see that there is different detail in terms of the way that the ends are laid out. If we look at this one, you'll see that on this one we do have that little middle piece that we don't have here, and the rivet detail is different between the two. So having just checked, it seems that I have a number of these Dapol Lime Wagons, both weathered and unweathered, and a number of different Salt wagons from Bachmann, but I don't have any Bachmann Lime Wagons, and I don't have any Dapol Salt wagons apart from this new one that I got. So it's sort of an interesting to look at that and see, and you know, but as we can see from the end of this and the end of this, they're using the same molding for the Salt and Lime Wagons, the only difference being the roof moldings. And again, you know, the roof moldings, you can tell the difference between the wagons because the Salt wagons have a very different roof molding to the Lime Wagons. The Lime Wagons have a very different roof molding to the Salt wagons. Anyway, I just thought it would be interesting just to do a quick comparison of these. I will set up a train with some Salt and Lime Wagons, and we'll run it on the layout, and we will show that in a few minutes. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. You can subscribe with the button to the top right, and to the top left you'll see another video. Thank you.